Welcome to the KIM document No Regrets package for corporate legal departments. Irrespective of your size or the business area or sector you're involved in, there are three no regrets decisions for corporate legal teams. Firstly, request management. So you can manage effectively those requests coming in, so you can know the profile of them, you get complete instructions, so you can work off them quickly. Secondly, self-service of documents that you control, but it frees your time because you can self-serve users. And thirdly, the management of outside counsel requests, so you know why you're allocating work externally. What we've done in KIM is taken our industry knowledge and we've packaged those into this no regret solution. And this no regret solution for unlimited users is £6,000 just under. So let's have a quick look. If you see my menu on the left-hand side and I click corporate legal department, there are a range of different applications, but let's start on the legal support request form. So imagine that you have deployed this and a colleague in one of your business teams needs support. They literally click on the link, up pops the appropriate request form. It asks the relevant questions. So in terms of the details of the requester, what the request is about. And we've populated this with standard industry areas in terms of support. You can change these and add to them. You can actually put in information about the urgency of the request, and if it happens to be high, what's the reason for it? And again, we've put in drop downs that you may want to amend and change, but you want to know why is the business seeing this as an urgent request. You also want to know what the impact of it is on the business, so you can report, for example, on the nature of your work. So for example, if someone selects that the reason is high, why is it high? Business continuity, compliance, revenue generation, revenue protection. This gives you the information and the data to be able to manage the request, but also to have all the data to report on. And if you're the business user, you can also attach any appropriate documents so that it's a complete request. And you can make these mandatory or optional depending on how you set up the appropriate form. So for a business user, very straightforward, click on the link, fill in the form, and you get all of the data plus any attachments and the information to allow you to proceed. Now let's look at self-service. Let's take an example of an NDA. It could be anything. It could be a sales contract. It could be a distribution agreement. It could be an internal company transfer. Whatever you think is appropriate for self-service, you can upload. But let's just click on one NDA. So imagine you were using one NDA in your environment. The user would just click on it, put in the appropriate information. And when they do that, it will generate the appropriate document. And they could then use this with the counterparty and progress accordingly. You clearly have got a record of all this because you've got the data, and it allows you to drive consistency and governance. Thirdly, let's assume that you now need to instruct outside counsel, or you need to consider the request to do so. If someone clicks on the link, it could be a legal team member, it could be a business unit. It asks for the appropriate information about the matter details, and again, industry standard lists, but you can amend and change these as appropriate. With all the appropriate necessary questions around business impact, the rationale for it, the potential financial exposure, reputation exposure. You want to know what the profile of this is and also why you're potentially sending it externally. So for example, in relation to tab 2, which would only be completed by the legal team, it does ask the questions about why does this matter require outside counsel support? And it could be mandated by the business, it could be regulatory, it could be a lack of capacity. Whatever the position, you have these three no regrets decisions. We've created pre-packaged solutions. You can amend these as you see fit. You can upload your own documents, and you can also upload any of your other documents to do other things with as well. This is available. It's £6,000, €6,000, $6,000 per annum, and it allows you to become very smart, not busy, and we hope will support you in all your activities. Welcome to the KIM document No Regrets package for corporate legal departments.